All right, welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're embarking on a virtual trek to a truly hidden, mystical gem nestled way up high in the Indian Himalayas. We are going to explore a spot where extreme physical endurance literally collides with deep spiritual devotion. It's a place that isn't just a destination, it's a profound, intense experience that weaves together ancient mythology, vibrant culture, and surprisingly enough, environmental conservation. So buckle up because we are heading to the Mool Narayan Temple, widely known as the Shikhar Temple in Uttarakhand. Picture this. You're standing on a mountain peak where snow blankets the ground for nearly 8 months out of the year. It's freezing. But deep within this harsh environment lies a singular, highly mysterious water cave. And get this, local belief is so incredibly strong that they say offering water from the specific freezing underground source can actually summon rain to the entire region during a severe drought. But how do you even get up there? And why on earth is it so revered? Section 1, The Call of Shikhar, a mountain of miracles in Bageshwar. So, to really wrap our heads around this miracle, we've got to look at the mountain itself. We're looking at the towering Shikhar Mountain. Now, at a staggering elevation of 9,124 feet, that's roughly 2,700 meters above sea level, this is definitely not your average roadside shrine. It's totally enveloped by this dense, pristine forest, dominated by massive, ancient oak and rhododendron trees. This lush canopy creates a serene, almost otherworldly atmosphere that draws thousands of nature lovers and devotees every single year. Plus, from that vantage point, you get these unparalleled panoramic views of majestic Himalayan peaks like Panchachuli, Nanda Devi, and Trishul. But hey, getting to those views? Definitely no walk in the park. To reach that breathtaking elevation, you have to conquer an arduous 8 to 10 kilometer steep uphill climb right from the roadhead. It's a deeply demanding physical test of endurance. It's the kind of climb that takes a simple weekend hike and transforms it into a seriously committed spiritual pilgrimage. Moving on to Section 2, Myth of Mool Narayan, the hidden deity of the Himalayas. Okay, so who exactly is Mool Narayan? Well, the temple is dedicated to him, and he's believed to be an incarnation of Lord Vishnu. But here's the wild backstory. According to local legend, he was born under the Mool Nakshatra. In traditional astrology, this specific star sign was considered highly inauspicious. It was considered so bad, in fact, that his father, totally spooked by fearful priests, placed the newborn in a golden box and literally set him adrift in a river. The myth goes that his aunt, the mighty goddess Nanda Devi, swooped in and rescued her nephew. To keep him safe, she strapped him to her back and hauled him all the way up this steep, punishing incline of Shikhar Mountain to this super secluded peak. And apparently, Mool Narayan loved the spot so much, he just chose it as his eternal home. And what's really cool is how the actual geography maps perfectly onto this mythology. Mool Narayan had 2 incredibly powerful sons who were sent out to protect the surrounding villages. His younger son, Nowling, was sent to Sunagard village, where he famously battled a local demon for 9 whole days, finally drowning him in a water pool on the 10th. Meanwhile, his elder son, Bajain, was sent off to Banar village to stop a local tyrant. Fast forward to today, and the temples of these 2 sons sit right at the base of the mountain. Actually, Bajain's temple in Banar serves as the ultimate spiritual gateway. You literally have to stop there, pray, and get his blessing before you even attempt to climb Shikhar. Section 3. Trekking the steep ascent, the physical and spiritual journey. So, armed with all that epic mythological context, let's walk through the actual path pilgrims take today. First, you arrive at the base villages, either Sopra or Bahanar. You pay your respects to Bajan, and then you turn and face the mountain. The path up is often nothing more than a steep, rugged trail of carved stones just winding endlessly through dense, dark forests. It is an exhausting climb that will absolutely test your limits. But as anyone who's made the trek will tell you, the sheer awe-inspiring beauty of that high-altitude wilderness just keeps pushing you forward. Now take all of that and imagine doing it in the pitch black. I mean, can you imagine the sensory overload of climbing through a freezing forest at night? Many pilgrims actually choose to do the trek overnight so they can hit the summit right at dawn. It is bitterly cold. People are using their mobile phone flashlights just to navigate these steep, narrow trails, and they're being pushed forward by the rhythmic, echoing clanging of traditional brass bells and the chanting of everyone around them. They always say that as long as you keep your legs moving, the mountain's freezing temperatures won't defeat you. And you just keep pushing until those majestic temple lights finally pierce the darkness up at the summit. Which brings us to Section 4, the Sacred Water Cave, a miraculous source at the summit. Okay, so you finally reached the top. For miles around, across this massive 9,000-foot-high rocky expanse, there is literally only one source of water. It's a cave known locally as the Bimbar Cave. You actually have to physically climb down into the earth to access it. And the water that naturally springs from this cave, locals swear it's as cold, if not colder, than anything you'd pull right out of a modern refrigerator. Now, because this water is seen as the ultimate direct blessing of Mool Narayan himself, there are incredibly strict local customs governing the cave. It's not just a well, right? It's a deeply sacred space. Because it's believed to hold that miraculous power to summon rain, the community defends its purity fiercely. Based on centuries of tradition, access is heavily restricted. Women are completely prohibited from entering the cave itself, and any men who go down there must remove absolutely all leather items: shoes, belts, wallets, you name it. These strict rules just go to show the immense, unwavering reverence the community holds for this one singular water source. Next up, Section 5, Festivals and Devotion, Echoes of Faith Across Generations. This entire site is just this beautiful, seamless blend of ancient folklore and modern-day devotion. The human origins of the temple trace back to a local merchant named Shauk. Lore says he fell asleep on the mountain and dreamed of this massive, glittering golden palace, which was taken as a sign of the deity's presence. Then, fast forward all the way to 1991, and a man named Mahant Badri Narayan Das dedicated himself to rebuilding the temple structure that you actually see standing today. And now, in the present day, wow. Especially during the Hindu month of Kartik, the whole mountain just transforms. Thousands of devotees hike up for the massive Shikhar Banar fair. We're talking pounding drums, dancing, the endless ringing of bells, and these huge communal feasts where the very first harvest of the year is offered up to the deity. Finally, Section 6, Guardians of the Ecology, How Sacred Mountains Protect the Earth. So, when you zoom out a bit from the specific rituals of Mool Narayan, you uncover this massive, totally unintended environmental benefit. Dedicating a mountain as a sacred space creates this invisible, yet highly effective shield against environmental destruction. By recognizing the mountain as an actual abode of the gods, these vast ecosystems become heavily protected biocultural refuges. They provide a safe haven for rare plants and animals, like the stunning Himalayan monal bird. Because the space is sacred, aggressive logging and exploitation are naturally restricted. This preserves those ancient forests, keeps vital water sources like our freezing cave perfectly clean, and actually provides crucial wiggle room for species to move and adapt to climate change along the different mountain elevations.
It's honestly fascinating. By viewing the mountain not as just some resource to be exploited, mined, or logged, but as a living deity to be worshipped, these local communities have unknowingly become absolute master conservationists. Shikhar is just a perfect example of a broader Indian tradition where faith inherently protects nature. This deep religious reverence ensures that the steep terraced landscapes, the ancient oak forests, and the precious water networks are kept in completely pristine condition for future generations. When we look at the breathtaking, completely untouched beauty of Shikhar Mountain, preserved literally by centuries of myth, respect, and worship, it really makes you wonder. I'm going to leave you with this provocative thought to chew on today. Is faith the oldest and most effective form of environmental conservation? Perhaps the key to saving our planet's future is already hidden right there, inside our most ancient spiritual traditions. Thank you so much for joining me on this incredible ascent. Keep exploring, keep questioning, and I will catch you in the next explainer.